my name's Ashley Rice and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, in a few days I will be starting a 14-day Going Fit challenge. This is actually a program that was created by Amanda Rowe. She is actually a fellow YouTuber and I'm going to link a few links for her down below. I'm going to link her YouTube channel, her blog, which is an amazing resource by the way. She has like so many great things about fitness on there, so if you're interested, definitely check out her blog and subscribe to it. And I'm also going to be linking this challenge down below as well. It's actually a free challenge on her blog, so you can definitely feel free to sign up and join her Facebook group and get so many amazing resources. She actually shared this challenge with me because one of the things that I've really been wanting to do lately is actually lose weight, and I've been struggling with that a little bit, finding out what I need to do that will work for my body, because everyone's body is different, so some things that will work for another person might not necessarily work for you. But really in this video, I just want to tell you my thoughts of this challenge so that you can know if it's a good fit for you as well. So this is going to take place throughout the whole entire 14 days. I'm not going to share every single day because I do not want this video to be forever and a day, but today is just my initial reactions from looking at the plan. That's so cool. So one of the things she talks about is like your purpose for losing weight, and then she actually has something where you can like put in the why you want to lose weight, some of your goals for the 14 days, and then also your long-term goals. So I guess I'll just do that out loud for you guys. The main reason that I want to lose weight is because I am seeing it really impact my life in some areas. I have really bad knees, and having a little bit extra weight on them is not really helpful. And another reason is like I want to feel really confident in my body, and I'm usually very good about loving myself where I'm at. However, recently I've just been feeling really gross, and when I feel really gross, my emotional state starts to not be the greatest, and so I've definitely, I think, been beating myself up a little bit, and so I would love to lose the weight. I'm not expecting to become like a super muscular woman or to be super skinny. I'm not looking for that at all. I would just like to lose some weight so that I can take the pressure off of my knees and so that I don't feel as like gross. My goals for this day is just to see some change, and also learn about what area I need to be really focusing on in order to lose more weight. Like, do I have to do more intense workouts? Do I need to start doing less sugar than I am right now? Do I need to do less salt? So to be able to see what's causing the weight loss in this 14 days would be really cool. I'm not expecting like a huge drastic weight change. Okay, and my long-term goals are just to get to a place where I feel good. Okay, so we have a fit workout plan, and there's an easy plan and a hard plan, which is really nice. And so the easy plan has 3 sessions per week and the hard plan has 6 sessions per week. Okay, and then she has the meal plan. My husband and I actually go shopping for 14 days of meals, which I think is absolutely perfect for this. So yeah, she like breaks them down into weeks, gives you a ton of options to really flex throughout the whole entire week, and then shares those recipes with you. That's so awesome. And then she tells you final thoughts, and also if you want to try something else, she gives you a little discount code to do that as well. Guys, I'm super excited to be starting this. I am gonna let you know how well I stick to it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people that like veganism, I can stick to. It's like I'm super passionate about it, but when it comes to stuff like this, I sometimes can be like, oh, it doesn't matter. I can eat that even though it's not part of my meal plan, or oh, I'll exercise extra hard tomorrow. So I'll be interested to see how well I do on this. I'm definitely gonna try and go full out, and I'm gonna share my experience on here. So I'll just pop in whenever I get a chance to do so really, and then at the end I will tell you my final thoughts. I will be doing a weigh-in, but I'm gonna do that on the first day, and I'm a little bit nervous to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but that's okay. Love yourself where you're at. That's the most important thing. Okay guys, I just did my haul, and this is all the food I got. There is so much food. I've never gone grocery shopping for this much food, but it is everything that I need for this challenge. I usually do shopping for like 2 weeks at a time, and since this is a 14-day challenge, that worked out perfectly for everything today, and a lot of extras such as cat food, my husband's yogurt for his breakfast, and I think a few other items like a drink for him. So that is also in this total, but otherwise I paid $354 today. I'm starting this on a Monday morning, and I'm doing the 2 weeks. Also, this food is a little bit more than what was recommended, only because my husband is eating some of these meals with us, and on her challenge, she has 1 serving for each of the things, and so for the things that my husband is eating with me, I doubled those up. So if you're doing this by yourself, it will be a little bit cheaper, and it is nicer if you can go to a bulk store, because then you can do kind of what we did, where we just got the amount of like almonds that we actually needed to get. today is day 2. I'm gonna give you kind of an update of how yesterday went, but also a little update on today. I actually just finished my workout, which was really difficult. It was a leg day workout. And I don't know why I chose leg day today, because my legs were already tired from a tap dance rehearsal that I had this weekend, but for some reason I did it. So my legs are like jelly right now. It was definitely a workout that I sweated a lot in. I actually started with a sweater and then ended up taking it off halfway through because I was just getting way too warm. The Bulgarian split squats were definitely the hardest thing to do. I did not videotape them, mostly because I was like still trying to figure out how to do it. And I think by the third set, I finally figured out how to do it. I finally felt right. Okay guys, I'm sitting down to eat my lunch, but I just kind of wanted to give you an update of what I'm thinking of this challenge so far. I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely have been having so many cravings. As soon as you can't have certain types of food, you're like, oh, I want that food so bad. Yesterday was the first day. The food was absolutely amazing. The recipes I am absolutely loving. Every single one of them that I've tried so far has been so good. But I don't think I rationed out everything as well as I could have yesterday, so by the end of the night, I was really hungry. But outside of not rationing things out well, yesterday went really well. I did some yoga, but I've also learned from my mistakes, so today I'm doing things a little bit differently. I had my breakfast earlier today while I was working at home and just finished my lunch, and then I'm going to do dinner with my husband, and instead of having my snack earlier in the day, I'm either gonna have part of it before dinner if I start getting hungry like I did yesterday, or I'm gonna do it as kind of like a dessert snack. Even though it's veggies today, but still my body's so used to eating a dessert that it is really craves food during that time, so I want to give it something, but something healthy. So I think that's kind of what my plan is for today. Okay guys, I am back. It is Friday, and I just wanted to give you some updates. Sorry if the camera's a little jiggly. I'm holding it right now, but I actually feel pretty great. I have a lot more energy than I usually do, and I think mostly that's due to working out and eating a little bit cleaner than I usually do. I'm not gonna lie, the workouts are killer, especially right now. I did arms today, so holding the camera is really hard, so I'm sorry if it's shaky. But I did a leg workout on Tuesday, and I'm still feeling it today, and it's Friday. So it's a really hard workout, which I really do appreciate, and I sweat a lot, and I'm not usually a sweater. But the thing that I mostly wanted to update you guys on today is my cravings are huge, which is really funny because when I went vegetarian and vegan, I didn't have a ton of cravings. And if I did, I found an alternative. But now my meals have been dictated for me, and you should eat this and this and this, and I just find that I'm craving everything all the time because I feel like I'm taking away stuff, and I need to mentally figure out what I need to think instead of that. But I thought it'd be fun to share what things I am craving with you today, so I'm gonna go do that really quick. Okay, these Back to Nature crispy wheat crackers are one of the things I've really been craving, and a lot of that's due to the fact that the meals that I'm eating don't necessarily make me feel extremely full, and so I'm wanting something like this that'll just absorb in my stomach a little bit more. So I find I'm craving a lot of things like that. I'm also craving these salt and vinegar chips that I always crave. That's kind of a constant thing. If you saw my February favorites, you probably already know this, but I have been looking at this and just thinking, just have a little bit, just have a little bit. But I told myself for this challenge, I was only gonna drink water and kombucha, so I am holding off, and this is gonna be my victory drink. I'm probably gonna drink this all the day that the challenge ends, I'm not gonna lie, but I am so excited to be able to drink this, but I've been craving this a lot. Everything that's in my vegan cheese drawer I'm craving, so I want all of it right now, and I know I can't. I've also been craving things like jackfruit and just fake meats and stuff like that, which is more processed, which really isn't as healthy for you, but I have been eating them since I went vegetarian, so they're a part of my normal diet. But I found, especially recently, I've been eyeing up this can of jackfruit going, maybe I should just throw it in the meals, but I'm trying to stick to them. I also have these vegan Girl Scout cookies that I bought right before the challenge began, and I just keep thinking about them way too often, and I know I need to wait, and I'm going to. I haven't opened them yet, I promise. They are all still closed. I have not touched them. But I think it's been great so far, and I'm only on what, day 5? Yeah, day 5. It's been great for showing me how bad my cravings are and how much I really give in to them and how much I really don't need to, because I haven't caved yet. The only thing that I've added to my meals is spices and things like turmeric and paprika, and I added cinnamon to my breakfast toast just because it's a little bleh, right now, and so I wanted it to have a little bit more flavor. But other than that, I've been eating exactly how the plan is called for it, even though my cravings have been really strong and I've been eyeing up those things, and I feel like one day I'm just gonna have to hide them. Like, it's just too much. But I have stuck with it, and I think that's showing me that I really can combat my cravings more than I am. Like, I give into them way too easy, and right now they're super strong and they shouldn't be this strong. So I'm really grateful for this challenge in that regard, but also it's shown me that I can push myself harder in workouts. I usually follow along with Fitness Blender, and they do more like timed workouts. So let's do this exercise for 20 seconds and then we'll stop for 10 seconds and da 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 da. And I usually give up way too quickly, whereas like this one I have sets. And I've been finding out I'm not pushing myself as hard as I need to, which is probably a lot of the reasons for my inability to lose my weight, is I'm not really pushing myself hard enough, because I've been sweating like crazy the 2 days that I've worked out so far in the challenge, and I usually don't sweat that much during my workouts. And a day into the challenge update. I couldn't give you an update yesterday just because my Monday was really busy. So today is Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the challenge. And guys, I'm feeling pretty good. The cravings that I mentioned earlier are not as strong anymore, which is really awesome and really cool. I'm finding that fruit is actually something that I can turn to whenever I'm having cravings. So from now on, to combat those cravings, I'm actually going to make sure that I have grapes in my freezer, blueberries in my freezer, and then whenever I go to a store to like get things for food, I'm probably just gonna pick up some fruit so that I'll always have fruit around the house, because I'm finding it really helps with the cravings like a ton. It's crazy. I'm also finding that there are a lot of really amazing recipes in this that I haven't tried this type of version of, or I've never tried before. And so there are some recipes we're actually going to be keeping around for just like everyday meals. But the sizzling satay is my husband's favorite out of the ones that we've tried. He actually wants to keep that going in our meals. And honestly, I agree. Like, it's a good hearty meal. And it's really yummy. It's like super delicious, and you can add different spices to it. And so I'm just really enjoying that one. I know for a fact I got a clip of this, and I probably have already shown you and talked about it, but the crispy tempeh bowl is amazing. And in fact, sometimes it has a little bit too much sauce for me, which is like abnormal. Normally I'm like the sauce lady, and like everyone else is amazed at how much sauce I use. But it was delicious, and I'm definitely gonna keep that around. I didn't really use tempeh a lot in meals before, but I think I'm just gonna keep it around because it's really nice. One of my brand new breakfast favorites, and if you've been following me while I was doing this challenge on Instagram, I actually posted a picture of this, and so if you go on my Instagram, you can still see this, but it's this granola that you make, and it's an amazingly super simple like recipe to make. And then you just mix up some oats, some milk, you can like heat it on the stove. I just did overnight oats, and either of them are great, but I think I like it colder, to be honest, which is weird. Normally I like hot stuff. But then you sprinkle some fruit on there, and then you sprinkle this granola on there, and you guys, I think it's my new favorite type of meal. I kind of like when there's a little bit of extra milk, because then it reminds me of like a healthier cereal almost. So I definitely have changed it up a little bit and done that, because I just think it really is amazing. And so I'm super excited to continue to eat that, because that's what I'm eating this week. And then the meal that I'm actually making right now, that I think I'm gonna make it this way from now on, is the loaded sweet potato. And I'm gonna insert a clip right now while I'm talking about it so you can see what it looks like. The only issue that I have is that the sweet potatoes that we have in Minnesota are huge. They are ginormous. We don't generally have smaller sweet potatoes. And so I'm finding that I have to like cut up sweet potatoes to get the certain serving that I need for this meal. And so that's the only thing that's a little weird about this. One of the things that I've really liked is the fact that it's kind of confirmed that the amount of food I'm eating is not an issue, because I feel like this is basically how I eat every single day. You know, basically instead of doing breakfast, I do a dessert. And so I think the times that I eat are a little bit different, and that can cause some issues with weight loss and weight gain. I do think I'm doing a little bit less calories than I usually do and a lot more whole foods, plant-based. I'm not doing as much processed foods either. Do I think I'm losing weight? I mean, it's been a week, so it's hard to tell, and I'm gonna weigh myself at the end of the challenge. I already weighed myself at the beginning, and so then I'll be able to see the difference. But I feel like I have a lot more energy, especially when I'm working out. I actually redid the workout that I shared earlier in the week, and this week it was a lot easier. Now granted, I didn't have an injured back, so that really, really helped, and I knew what was coming next, and like I felt more confident in the workout, and I'm definitely keeping her workouts. My plans are that Tuesdays are gonna be my leg and butt day, Fridays are gonna be my arms and ab days, and then either on Saturday or Sunday, whenever I can squeeze it in, I'm gonna do a cardio exercise from the YouTubers that I follow. But I definitely want to keep those exercises around because I've definitely been sweating a lot through them, and they've been pushing me a lot further. And I think I'm gonna maintain the mentality of doing reps rather than timed workouts, because whenever I've done timed workouts, if I get tired, I just stop, but the time continues. And so I'm not really pushing myself as hard as I should be. Whereas if I have reps, like I have to get to that number. Even if I have to take a break, like I still have to get to that number. For those of you who want to do this for yourself, I am going to leave a link down below. I think I mentioned this earlier, but definitely like do this challenge. I think it's great for showing you areas that you need to improve. That's one thing that I've really felt with this one. And when it comes to some of the recipes, I will say you need to know a little bit about food to understand some of the recipes, because she doesn't necessarily lay everything out completely perfectly. I think there's some understanding that you'll know a little bit about, you know, how to bake certain things or how to cook certain things. So I would say that's something I've noticed as I've been doing the challenge. So what I would do is before you start the challenge, is just look through each of the recipes that you plan on using. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to Amanda. She's so sweet and really wants to make sure that you are doing the best that you possibly can. And so I really love her for that. But it is getting so bright in Minnesota, you guys. The sun is starting to pop out, which is amazing. But it also means I'm getting completely washed out. So sorry about that. But I think that's gonna be my weekly update. I'm feeling fantastic. I feel like I have a lot more energy to exercise and to make sure that I'm engaging everything that I need to engage. And I just feel really good. And I've been eating so much more fruit, which I love fruit, and I've been really missing it. So I've been really, really enjoying that. Almost forgot to mention this. One thing that I've been really sucking at is actually getting in the 30 minutes. I don't remember what type of exercise she calls it, but I'll put it on the screen right now. But basically it's like a more relaxed type of exercise. So walking around or something like that. And we've had horrible weather and it's just been really, really bad. And so I haven't been able to walk around. And so I've been having a hard time getting those 30 minutes in. And so finding that balance of like, what can I do indoors has been really difficult. And I told myself I was going to do yoga. And for the most part, I've stuck with either yoga or some more intense stretching, but I have not done it every single day. So I will admit that's one spot I've really, really been lacking. I've been doing great on the cravings, which I thought was going to be like what did me in, but I've really sucked at getting those 30 minutes in of like a more relaxed workout. So that's some area that I just like haven't made time for it in my life. So I definitely need to make sure that I'm thinking about that this week. Okay guys, today is Wednesday and I just wanted to give you guys a little update. I thought this was kind of funny. My period started today, and so of course all the cravings that I've been fighting are like flooding back, and so like I'm looking at my salt and vinegar chips going, I really want to eat them, but I know I shouldn't. So I'm just gonna go snack on some frozen grapes. Hi guys, sorry I kind of look like a mess. It is Friday morning. I woke up today with like a really bad cough and my throat was getting sore yesterday, so I knew it was coming. So I just wanted to let you know that I am gonna be not technically breaking this, but breaking it a little bit because I wanted to have throat coat with my breakfast this morning, and it's a tea that's just really good at like helping out with sore throats and with a cough a little bit. It's not really supposed to be for that, but it usually helps with that a bit. And then I totally forgot that I have to film my moringa morning video, so I will be having this moringa tea later on today because I have to get that video ready for tomorrow. I was pretty good about pre-recording everything that was going to come out during this 2 weeks, but I forgot about that one. I'm just preparing my breakfast right now. I got some oat and milk and there's some strawberries in there, and then I'm going to be adding this banana to it and then this oat mix. You guys, I'm like obsessed with this breakfast now. It's like gonna stay with me. I'm gonna keep using it from now on because I'm like in love with it. But last night I tried to make the rice paper rolls for the first time, and oh, they were difficult. I didn't even record myself making them because I knew they were gonna be pretty bad. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been really bad at keeping up that 30-minute exercise or like
yoga, stretching kind of exercise. I've been really poor at that, so I really got to make sure I get that in for the last few days. But other than that, I've been feeling pretty great. My energy levels have been pretty high. I actually woke up pretty easy today, fairly easily, and that could be because of the challenge, or it could be because I'm sick, or it could be because of like various factors, but today was really easy to wake up, which was surprising. Oh, and for those of you who are curious, I am using Oatly in this breakfast. I find that I like that really well. If I'm looking for something a little bit lighter, then I'll use coconut milk. Okay guys, another update on Friday of the last week. We just went grocery shopping, and it's so weird to like be grocery shopping for stuff I know I can't eat for a couple days. I was looking at everything going, I can't eat any of it today. But I did accidentally teensy-weensy break my little diet that's been a part of this plan. There was someone there who was representing this nut milk cheese.
Punk Rock Labs.
Punk Rock Labs. And they were sampling it, and we just started trying it because we've been thinking about buying this cheese for a while now. We just hadn't thought to do it or not. So we got the nacho cheese today, but we tried a few of the flavors, and then as we were trying them, I thought, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be eating this, but it was like 1.5 like cracker things and a little bit of vegan cheese, so I don't feel horrible. I don't think it'll really throw me off that much. But I did teensy-weensy break it, and I thought I would update you guys on that. Hi guys! Okay, so today's the last day of the challenge, and I was just doing my last workout of the challenge, and unfortunately I'm sick, and it's all in my chest and my throat, so like my lungs and my throat, and so I was just having a really hard time breathing, and so I had to give up the exercise halfway through. It was the cardio exercise, and it was a lot of jumping. And so it was just a lot for my lungs to handle, and they're just not doing well today. I've been coughing up a lot of gross mucus, and so I thought, okay, I would love to be able to finish that part of the challenge, but I think I'm just gonna have to give up because I'm having like a really difficult time. So I'm going to sit down and relax for a little bit until I can get my breathing back to normal. And then I will come back a little bit later today and give you some of my final thoughts and if my weight has changed any and how I feel compared to when I started this challenge. I honestly really enjoyed this challenge. It was difficult in some areas, which is good because it was a learning experience for me about areas that I really need to improve in my life, where I really don't have self-control in certain areas of my life as well, and how I need to think about working out. So I learned a lot of different things about myself, which I think is amazing. I learned that my snacking and my urges are way out of control. I snack way too often throughout the day. Like even during this challenge, I think a few days I found myself snacking on fruit like way much more than I should have been snacking, and so I had to stop myself. You know, I was finding this out, that these urges that I have and this constant need for snacking is a serious issue for me, and that's probably a big reason as to why I am gaining weight. I also learned that I don't push myself hard enough during workouts, and also that I need to not do timed workouts because they're not as efficient for me. As I was doing Amanda's workouts, I realized I'm sweating a lot more than I do on my regular workouts, which are usually YouTube videos, and that's nothing against the videos. Like, they're really intense workouts, but my thing is that they were timed, and so whenever I got tired, I would just like relax, and I wouldn't be doing the workout during the time. I would just be relaxing during that time. If I do, like, you have to do so many numbers and you have to do so many reps of a certain type of exercise, like leapfrogs, for example, they totally kicked my butt. You know, if I have to do 10 of them and I have to do 3 reps, I have to do 10 of them and I have to do 3 reps. Or whereas if I'm gonna do like 30 seconds of leapfrogs, like I might only get 5 in if I'm like really exhausted. And so I find that doing numbers works a lot better for me, and I did not know that about myself. So I think that's something I really learned about this challenge as well. I also learned that setting aside 30 minutes is difficult for my brain to handle. I'm always making excuses like, I don't have time for 30 minutes. I have to do my work. I have to do this. I have to do this. The house is a mess. I gotta clean. Like, I can't be doing 30 minutes of like yoga or anything. So I'm finding that doing that, my brain can come up with too many excuses or reasons that, oh, I can't fit 30 minutes in. So I'm thinking I need to come up with a way that I can do something that's not minute oriented. I think that's the word I'm trying to say. What I'm planning to do is I'm going to create different workout exercises like the one that she had. And so I'll have
like 3 little things that I can draw out of, and I'll have like an arm and ab workout day, and I'll have a leg and butt workout day, and then I'll have a cardio day, and I'm gonna have different cards. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna choose them at random, so that way I get a little bit of spontaneity in it, sort of. So I don't really know what I'm doing, and so I'll just pull one out, and then I'll have to do that one that day. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing. It's gonna take me a little bit because I'll have to like put those together for myself. If you have any resources, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I would love to check them out, just because putting together workouts is not something I've really done for myself. And so a lot of it's going to be looking at Amanda Rose's and like just working off of those to create workouts that I think will work for me. I also live in a house where the floors are not the greatest, so jumping is a little bit more difficult to do. So I did have trouble with the cardio workouts. I had to go down into my basement in order to do them, but I have low ceiling basements, so I had to be like really careful that I didn't hit my head on the ceiling when I was jumping. So if you know any low impact exercises that are good for cardio, definitely leave those in the comments below as well, because I would love to add those to my list. I'm also learning that I need to eat more whole foods, plant-based, and the reason for that is because I just feel so good, you guys. You know, obviously I don't think I'm gonna get rid of all processed foods. I like vegan cheese too much, and I don't have the time to make vegan cheese sauce from scratch from vegetables. Like, I just don't have time for that right now in my life. So in certain areas, like, I just need processed foods because I don't have the time to make meals as much as I did this week. I definitely struggled hard to get everything done and also make the meals. But at the same time, with that said, I can make sure that, like, if I don't need vegan cheese, I do nooch instead. You know, like, there's a healthier alternative, and I'm also using more vegetables. Even my husband, who's only been doing the dinners with me, has felt like a change, and he just feels healthier. I wish I had a better way to describe it. Like, I have healthier energy, as I think how I would put it. Every day is not going to be perfect, you guys. I'm not striving for the healthiest diet and sheer perfection. I'm just looking for getting myself at a healthier weight so that my knees don't have as much issues, and so that I feel a little bit more confident in my body. But I think this was a great challenge to do. It definitely made me check in with myself and see the areas that I really need to improve in my life, and to also be able to look at the goals that I have set for myself and be able to come up with actual tools and ways that I can achieve those. So I think it was really, really helpful in identifying all of that. I don't think this is sustainable for me, again, because I have such a busy lifestyle, and like right now, I'm not even as busy as I normally am. In a couple of weeks, I'm about to get insanely busy, and there's no way I could have done this challenge. Like, I would not have been able to make the food. But during my not as busy seasons, this was absolutely perfect, and it was a great way to check in with myself. So I would definitely recommend, if you're looking to see like what areas of your life you need to improve in order to become healthier, I think that is a great way to do it. Another thing I want to cover is how well did I do on the challenge. I did all of the workouts except for obviously today's. I talked about this earlier. Food-wise, I did all the foods. I didn't eat anything outside of what was on the food charts. I did add spices to things, but other than that, we didn't stray. Unless there was an avocado that just needed to be used up because it was going bad, then I added a little bit more avocado. So I guess you could say I strayed on that a little bit. Oh, and that one time when I was grocery shopping and just totally spaced, and I was like, oh, I'll have that vegan cheese and crackers, but it was like basically nothing. So I don't feel like I really cheated on that. And the teas, but again, I don't think that's really cheating either. The one thing I really sucked at was getting those 30 minutes of like low exercise time, so like yoga and stretching, because obviously I can't walk around right now. Like, we had a huge blizzard yesterday, but I did address that. I think I need to, instead of thinking about timed exercise and time workout times, I need to think about like, this is what you're going to accomplish, and you need to do this many numbers of those certain things. So now I think the thing that you guys want to know is, are there any physical changes? Muscle wise, I feel like I've been working on a lot of muscles that I haven't worked on before. My legs got an intense workout the past 2 weeks. So I feel like I've definitely gained a little bit muscle in my legs. Arms, I feel like I'm getting there a little bit. I feel like I need to really, really work on my abs because I don't feel like I engaged them as much as I should have throughout this past 2 weeks. So when I started the challenge, I weighed 186.6. And then I weighed myself this morning, and this is Sunday, this is the last day. And today, this morning, I weighed 183.2. Some factors that need to be addressed. I am on the last day of my period, and I do tend to weigh more on the week of my period. So I do think that might have gone down a little bit. Obviously not a huge amount, but I do bloat a lot during my period. Like I said, I do think I gained muscle. So if I hadn't gained that muscle, I think it would have gone down a little bit more. So I do think that I lost a little bit of weight. I wasn't looking to lose a huge amount of weight. I think losing weight slowly is a lot healthier, and it's a lot better for you, and it's something that you can maintain. So yeah, guys, that was how I did on the challenge. I definitely wish I hadn't injured myself right before the challenge and that I didn't get sick. Obviously that really impacted this challenge for me and stopped me from doing some of the things I really set out to do during this challenge, but I still saw results that were really beneficial and really great. So I highly recommend checking out this challenge as well. But that's it for today, you guys. Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comments. If there's any tools you think would be beneficial to me, or if you have any advice, or if you have any questions, or if you just want to tell me a little bit about your weight loss journey as well, feel free to leave those all down below in the comments. I would love to chat with you guys a little bit. But other than that, if you are new to my channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it, or if you learned anything, or if you're going to participate in the challenge yourself. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.